Anyone's got a pen, the pro's gonna do it.
Oh, no. Okay, Kim's about to get mad. I'm about to loan Kim's fancy pen. I have this blue oblong pen. Lend him your pen.
All right.
He grabs the pen and paper and carefully scribbles on the dotted line next to Lillian's signature, Idiot Doom Spiral. I need at least 2 signatures on the document.
Hey, Abs. Hey, Abs.
Don't you? You call Abigail?
Don't call Abigail.
I need you to sign this document right here.
He waves
It's important.
Don't call her.
His trembling hand catches the paperwork. He lays it out on his knee and starts writing slowly. The handwriting is almost illegible due to shaky hands.
Don't call Abigail. Great job, Abs. Nailed it.
He hands it back to you. Can I have the pen back too?
Don't know if I've mentioned it, but I used to be a businessman. And as a businessman, I am going to keep the pen. For my trouble.
He nods confidently. No, Kim's pen!
No, that was my favorite thing of all the things you have. My favorite is the gun he lost.
Oh my god. You've done a great service to the village, to RCM and to Rivishal.
Hey, guys. We're heroes.
He waves his hand erratically to the other guys.
About fucking time, man. I've done my duty.
He brings his hand up to his head for a salute.
Don't call Abigail.
He snorts and takes a swig from his bottle. The bottle is empty.
Thank you for your services, gentlemen. Should we go and mail this? I think I saw a mailbox on the plaza.
Mailbox, plaza, got it. Okay, so we got some fake signatures for this document. Oh, there's another one of the traps.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
Look around.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the water. Some tufts have been crushed. Broken stalks, sickly pale against the darkness. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song. Louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
He crouches to catch his breath. Bummer it wasn't in here.
I'm just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
Save cat. Decade ahead. Decades old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. Check the trap Morel just set up in the crypto camp. Okay, so gotta go back to the original one. A creaking ahead. A broken axle grinding. Oh, that's my cart. What do you think, chat? One trap left. Does it definitely have the cryptid in it? It's the last trap. If any of them's gonna have it, it's gonna be the last one. Maybe we'll see something escaping it at the last second. Or maybe we find nothing, but then we tell him we found something, but it got away. Just to get his hopes up.
This is the last of the traps. The one Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality.
Look around.
The reeds hiss and shake in the darkness that has settled over the abandoned camp. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. No locust. No phasmid either, but still.
Immediately yell, "It's empty!" Morel, wait, no, don't yell, don't yell. Look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap.
Yeah, it probably wasn't the phasmid, but still, Morell needs to know.
We did sort of promise to tell them, didn't we?
He seems to regret the fact. Leave. It's confirmed. A phasmid was here. We have found undeniable proof of cryptids in Martinez. No one can refute the fact that a cryptid ate those bugs. Everything's always in the last place you look. Unless you're some kind of psychopath that keeps looking after you find things. Yes. Where? Oh, over here. This is how to get across. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on, what was that?
The surrounding blaze of the electric lights makes the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage seem beautifully ominous.
Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to...
Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Canema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Point to the vehicle. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
What's it packing there? Point to the engine.
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
Let out a whistle. Mama's serving some serious macaroni.
You lost me there.
130 kilowatts is a lot of power, Kim.
The Kinema is fast. Feels right at home on the raised motor track. Hard to find something that could overtake it.
A fine machine. Run your hand over the smooth metal surface.
Yes, an extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. It's a bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper off-road components.
With a winch and some mud tires, we could take it off the beaten path, Kim.
We are not going to, though, because this is clearly a sports motor carriage.
It sounds like he has a strong concept of what this machine is. Okay. Alright, I think that's our mailbox.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
I knew we'd get to use this mailbox for something.
Yes, for sending mail.
Drop the white envelope into the mailbox. Wait, why is FU mailbox an option? What? No, be good to the mailbox. Drop the white envelope into the mailbox.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Leave. Alright, we gotta talk to the lady in here. And see if she met up with her husband. Yep, they're at the bar.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
It was just on my way while I was working on my case.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mexican origin. The pin is an antique, quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
You never told me you've seen the phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings. Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
Darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
That is a way bigger compliment than it sounds like. Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden,
What happened?
I looked up, and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I'd never seen anything like it. The reeds turned into a creature.
Clearly someone in a reed suit.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Continue.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing.
Let's see. I wish the filters still worked. They don't work anymore. Why not? A lot of them, including Dennis and some of the Tatos, were lost, and Snap Camera still shut down. So, well, hold on. So, to clarify, the filter program got discontinued. They stopped updating it. I could still run it, and I did for like another year. And it's just recently, I had to turn it off. Now, it was becoming a bit of a mess because anytime I had a problem with it, they weren't going to fix it. It was held together with duct tape and prayers. But there was many games I've played recently. Black Myth Wukong was one. Frostpunk 2 was another that used almost my entire GPU. And my streaming software... Hold on, let me correct that statement. Many games plus my GPU combined... game plus streaming software combined, I can't freaking talk, almost hit 100%. Okay? Because my OBS takes a huge chunk of the GPU, and the game takes some of the GPU. Some of the games, such as Black Myth Wukong and Frostpunk, the filter program pushed it over the edge to 100%, and then everything got super insanely laggy. So I had to go through all the work, because what would happen is my camera would go to the filter program, and then the filter program would go to the stream. So I couldn't just turn it off. If I turned it off, you guys got 0 camera feed at all. So I had to remove it, and then make a connection from the stream to the camera directly, and remove that component. So just turning it off for like some days and turning it on was actually like a huge pain. I couldn't do that. So I went through all the trouble of unhooking it so that we could play things like Black Myth Wukong and Frostpunk, and it was just too much trouble to try to like set it back up in between each game before finding out if it would work for the next game, and so on and so on. And also the software that does this, it also uses some of my GPU. However, this is really easy. Like I could just turn this program off, and it doesn't affect my camera setup. The filter program, if I need to unplug it, I have to reset up my OBS to work with the camera without that, which is 10 to 20 minutes. So Wizard Dennis is easy to disable if the GPU is getting too hot. The filter program is not easy to turn off and on if it's getting too hot.
If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
Thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie.
5 XP.
I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
Continue.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere.
Alright, that's it. Does he say anything?
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So I checked the traps.
Good. Okay. And?
And one of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yes, there was nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
Continue.
That's not ideal, but...
The empty trap was the one at your campsite. Maybe that factors into it somehow.
I definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, more clever.
Kim just mumbling. You mother.
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behove you to tread lightly.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
His companion sighs. That's exactly it. What a deft hunter this phasmid.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture, mine stands, okay? Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently.
So... I can develop an alternative theory about the missing locusts? 92%.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
Oh no. Oh, I don't want to tell him this. I can ruin it. Mukluk, hi. I hope Mukluk, hi. Hope your day is going well. Mukluk? Oh no, this again? Hold on a second. I have got... Oh no, my game capture's not working. I've got a broken game. That's what I got. Hang on. You just reminded me of something with that typo. Trust me, it's good. Just a second. Once upon a time, there was someone else that made a heck of a typo. And it was... This art was born of it. See, this is Mukluk. This is a completely different guy. You are not the first to make this mistake, and the last one was quite the artiste. Quite the artiste. Oh, the dumb cousin. Yes. Yes. Was that one all shot? No, that was Julia, Jackals. Julia drew that. Alright, I hate that I'm going to say this, but I think we're about to ruin this magical moment for them. I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locusts.
A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bags?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up.
Delinquents, my favorite.
It doesn't really sound like it's his favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
This is a slippery one. He may respect the law, but mostly wants to pass under the radar. You won't get a chance to talk after you walk out of here. He hasn't been particularly forthcoming before. He may well still be hiding something. After he's left, it's too late.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
Where is Gary? Is he like at the counter? Is that Gary's butt right there?
Morel, it's been fun, really. But I need a bath, and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologise, Geary. You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today,
Just
though.
a second. Changing the...
We're gonna follow this through.
There we go.
The first man to break formation is always a blow to leadership. This is bigger than he lets on.
Alright, I'll get going. Is that Gary?
I really owe you one for getting us out of those reeds, officer. Finally got all that soot out of my hair. Name's Gary. Yellow Man. I mean, officer.
Oh my god.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow Man, might this be the owner of that mug you found in the trash? This is something to ask him about, after a little probing first.
Not a lover of the great outdoors.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly
Shoot him,
drunks
Kim.
and
Kim would
degenerates
miss and
that
kill the
come here.
bartender.
This man respects authority too much to see you for what you are. Pretend thou art a sober man.
Sadly, I think I might be a drunk. Or a degenerate. Maybe both.
Dark times will do that to good men.
He nods gravely, then shifts his gaze to the floor tiles.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Is this your mug? Hold up the Yellow Man mug.
My mug? Why would you think that?
You said Yellow Man. That's not something many people go around saying.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Alright, I believe you. You look like the kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to a police officer.
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
I don't know that there's a rule on you not throwing trash away.
You're not going to find me, are you?
No, Gary, I just want information.
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again.
Oh, there's a law against him using somebody else's garbage can?
I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
I don't know that word. I'm too scared to say it.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Imagine how uncomfortable this dude is. I'm like interrogating this guy like over his back.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling in rags, into the trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Wait, what does he think? Okay, I think I now understand what he thinks I'm suggesting. And I'm not. Oh, hold on.
Oh no, I'm older.
You're older. 14 months, Dark. Still not potty trained, but might be babbling. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Do explain.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Okay, then what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
He changes his mind mid-sentence.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
The lieutenant remarks drawly.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
Let's move on. For now.
I hope I could help your investigation. In my small way.
He's visibly relieved it's over.
Does this mean you were in his apartment, admiring his colonial mug collection? Perhaps it would be interesting to tell him.
Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling in rags?
I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that.
He shifts uncomfortably in his clothes.
Uncomfortable shifting around doesn't make him the killer, though. It's something else.
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you have a problem with Sailites?
No problem at all.
He flashes an impenetrable smile at the lieutenant. Composure low. So Gary, you live in an apartment in Martinez? Point in its direction.
Sure do, officer.
Mr. Clare must be very angry with you.
Mr. Everard?
The color drains from his face. Yeah, he insisted I open the door to your apartment. I don't like that I have to say this.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
The man looks around whispering. He makes sure no one hears you talk. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but he doesn't like you.
I was probably talking too loud in the whirling the other night. About some theories. Stupid. Shouldn't have run my mouth loud like that. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can.
Continue.
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear. Has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door-opening operation.
58. Why is he shifting around like that? Analyze Gary's composure.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
He's wearing the armor underneath his shirt. Something worn underneath it?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic